All right, hello. Let me sorry about that. I learned recently my microphone's on the other side. Hello, it's the ground sloth. Hi there. And today we have a sort of Convallaria video. If you saw the previous video, I did pools for Coco, and well, every new unit I get, I'm gonna make a guide series of a video guide, just like I did for Xavier. Xavier's ended up being 17 videos long and 2 hours of really in-depth information about Xavier and the game as a whole. So if you're like really into learning nuances of characters and in combat, and you happen to pull Xavier, right, go watch those videos. I highly recommend it. The playlist is on my channel. Okay, and I'll put the description in here for you. Today, though, is part 1 of the Coco video series. Yay! So we're going to go ahead and do a Coco video series because I happen to have this lady. Now, unbeknownst to... Well, actually, I think it's funny that her name's Coco. She has no chocolate. Where's the chocolate at? Where's that chocolate? Right? She's not dark. She's not. I guess she's like white chocolate. Oh, I mean, come on. I mean, like, right? Or she's a woman, so maybe she's milk chocolate. Don't know. I'm getting in trouble. Right? Where's that milk chocolate at? Right? So, okay. Jokes aside, skill selection video. Okay. So your skill bar is gonna look like what I have here below. She starts off with try the pan. Okay. You go into her skills. Now, here's what I recommend. Okay. This may vary based on your personal preferences and play styles, maybe even on team composition who you already have and what you need her for. So at rank 1, you have a choice between Mountain Tribes and Crushing Bash. I chose Mountain Tribes. Personally, she's a defender unit with 3 movement. So if there's ever a time where I need her to have 4 movement, I can slap this on her and give her 4 movement, right? She is not a polearm user, so only polearm users currently have increased movement on their weapon selection. There's no increased movement for trinkets at this point in time. And for Terra Whispers, you have to stand by and not move to get the movement up buff. But if you already have someone on your team giving you a movement up buff, this doesn't stack with the Terra Whisper. So this would stack with it. So I got this. Now, in all honesty, I recommend getting Coco's Treasure just because you get access to all this nonsense 5 times, 3 times, 3 times, and 3 times. That's so many usages for a skill. It's kind of dumbfounding just how much power you get in one skill. Like, they didn't give her 4 different skills that you have to equip on the toolbar. Coco comes loaded with 1 skill on the toolbar that's 4 skills. They can choose any time. They're not random like Barrel's Casual Search. So anytime you see this, it's right. In tactical games, having options and utility are so good value. So Coco's Treasure Chest is probably one of the best skills you can get in the game currently for 1 skill for what it does on a toolbar, on a skill bar. So get this. Now if you can afford the Castalia, which you should be able to, right? You should be spending 1 or 2 max on a legendary, and that's it, in my opinion. Get Potluck Protector. Okay? So this allows her to do some guarding. And this is an upgraded version of these type of skills because as soon as she starts dying, she doesn't kill herself trying to protect you. You know, she says, well, it sucks to be you. I tried my best. Okay. Next is Stay Strong is what I chose for the reaction. It's her unique reaction. Okay. And after she gets hit, she heals. And it can happen twice a round. And, well, that will work in conjunction with blocking. So, that's pretty nice. The other reaction ability is decreasing range damage. This works for any time you're hit with a single target attack. Okay. Here I took block enhancement because, in all honesty, I never really take the basic leader aura on any character ever, especially if they're a legendary unit, because eventually, the longer we play this game, like, eventually you'll get, I believe it's Lily who has the one that gives this aura, but gives movement 1 to the entire Volder race. So, I'm not going to have that if someone else can do it. And also, it takes up a whole skill on the bar. Just choose block enhancement. Rank 9. Get her unique basic attack. Okay. Hitting and putting physical defense down and magic defense down 1 is not going to be as game changing as hitting someone from the back and potentially stunning them. 70% chance. It's not 100, but it's definitely a lot more than like 30, 40, 50, 60. 70% chance is a good proc rate. So, and stun is a really powerful thing to do. Stun is not considered a debuff in this game. I think it's considered a state. So when you stun someone, they can't be unstunned. So they're just going to have to wait it out for the next round if they live that long. And lastly, at rank 11, you're going to choose Iron Pot Stew. Okay, Iron Pot Stew, there it is. A big 30% HP heal, 30% of her HP, meaning for other characters it can be upwards of 40 or 50%. Gives them crit 2 and then crit damage, as well as Bento. So in addition to doing that amount of her health as a heal, she's also going to do Bento, which at the start of the turn of the of her allies that get Bento, they're going to recover 25% of their health and dispel 2 debuffs. Those two debuffs could be something like Scorch or Infection that would have done more HP damage to you, or other stuff. So this is pretty good. Okay, and that's what you would have not be choosing. Invulnerable might be good to Castalia at some point in the future, but again, like these 3 skills, even this skill, I wouldn't Castalia because it's not something that it would be hard to find a space on the toolbar, or there's better options. Let's take a look at what our skill bar would look like over time, and then that'll be the end of the video. Okay, so you get your first passive skill, then you'd get your first legendary active skill. Now some of you might Castalia here at this point, and maybe even replace Mountain Tries with not Iron Pot Stew. You kidding me? That'd be so broken. With Potluck Protector. Then you would get her reaction ability. Then her basic attack. Look at all her skill bar is completely unique. That's fun. Then of course you're gonna have to choose which of these skills you're gonna want to replace in order to get Iron Pot Stew. So really up to you. This gives her a knockback. Speed 2 is a pretty powerful debuff. This is just too good to replace. So it really comes down to whether or not you want her blocking or not. If you don't need her blocking, you can equip it here. Otherwise, if you do need her blocking, then I guess you equip it here then. Unless you are crazy, and some of you are, we know this, then you'll replace that skill with Iron Pot Stew. Okay, well that's the video. Alright, thank you very much. Please like the video if you liked it. It helps me out. I'm trying to grow my channel. This is a sort of Convallaria only channel. So if you subscribe to it, you're going to get nothing but sort of Convallaria content. And yeah, look forward to more in this growing series of Coco in-depth video guide. You can check to see the kind of quality and effort I put into these kind of videos if you watch my Xavier one. So yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.